All right. So I was actually thinking about this yesterday, but it was so bold. Um so I didn't really attack it the way I normally do. But I was driving around this morning doing my daily rituals, and I heard the humming that God gives me. So I decided to say what I always say, and it's I will obey, Lord, and do what I'm supposed to do for the day. First, let me um, 1 second. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so it says 700 million active monthly users. Let me see. Okay, 700 million active users on Yahoo. That's 3,300,000,000 users available. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Um. Hmm. Okay. Oh, this is what I want to. Hold on. Let me see. That's pretty low. I mean, it's high. Okay. It says at its highest peak in the early 2000s, Yahoo reached a valuation of approximately 125 billion. That's at its highest peak. 125 billion at its peak. So it's probably valued at anywhere between. It was purchased recently, 2021, for about 5 billion. So it's probably valued around 16 to 20 billion now. The thing with with Yahoo is that you can't deny the everyday value of name memorization it has in our world, in our day-to-day activities. Unfortunately, it's a lot of things differently that can be done on Yahoo. And there's a lot of things that Anthropic can um, utilize Claude through Yahoo. You know, thinking of that are more than likely touch audiences that might not necessarily be up to par on today's time, right? So when I look at acquiring Yahoo, I look at it like its own little world. And transformation can happen at its peak. Um, let's see. Let me go. So we have right now. One second. One second. Let me go to this right here. Wait, matter of fact, let me just go to my email address. Uh-huh. This would be a lot better. Okay. My Yahoo Mail, and you know, in my Yahoo Mail, right? And this is all it really is. I'm pretty sure there's some more to it that we don't know, but or people in the know. Oh, let me see. It says Yahoo upgrade. Yeah. Wow, that's Yahoo Mail Plus upgrade, add free email, 200 GB of storage, mobile $4.99, enjoy a 14-day free trial. That's not bad. Monthly, mobile only, $1.99 a month. That's not bad. Also included in your plan, continuous account, block sender domains, hide deal summaries, auto forwarding. I'll pass on that. The thing with this is that it doesn't. This isn't maximizing its capabilities. By acquiring this, we will be able to maximize its capabilities. Um, we would be able. Wow, that's I like that idea. We would be able to bridge Claude into the Yahoo interface. So, and not just on the interface, but also on the exoskeletal sphere. Because, like, when you look, you know, I love Google, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had both. I got both accounts, Yahoo and Google. Uh, but Yahoo ain't even in the running. Now I can go to my Google account right now. If I want to write an article, I can write an article. I can do so many things. You know what I'm saying? Through my Google account. Um, Yahoo just isn't in the running, and it's so behind that it's best to just take it. You know, just you know what I mean. Let me get that. You know what I mean? Don't even worry about it. There's so many ways we can integrate. Um, let's just say, for instance, mm, ooh, I gotta ask. I gotta ask, hold on for a minute. I got to hold on for a second, y'all. Hold on. This is now my mind is working. But let's just say, for instance, Claude through your Yahoo mailing, emailing, Claude analysis on finance, on Yahoo's finance, sports. I mean, it's just it's so many brackets. But like, man, that's let me try something else. Let me look at something real quick. Maybe I might have just because maybe it's because I went to the. Let me go to the website. Let me go to the website. me skip that real quick. No, let me go to the website. Let me see. Okay, I just logged in. Okay, wait a minute. I might have been wrong. Hold on. They might. Yeah, I'm not wrong. I'm definitely not wrong. You see what I'm saying? There's no Yahoo profile, and that's what we'll be able to introduce. Is a Yahoo profile. We can do. I had this idea a while back, and this would be a good time to use it. Let me see. First, let me ask something real quick. So we will be able to utilize. You know how, like, when you're building a website, you have to pay for the domain name. What if you can have like web docs, and web docs would be like on your subscription. You get one that you can use for free, right? But on your subscription of web docs, when you build with Claude your website, you can connect it, you know, you can transfer it to web docs to where it utilizes your email address as almost like a what's the word I'm looking for? It utilizes your web page of your profile as an additive to. It utilizes. Mm, um, it utilizes your profile of your email address. You know, when you sign into Yahoo. Right now, it doesn't have profiles. Okay, you can't do a lot of things that I would do with Google. Um, and your web docs allows Claude to basically build your site in your web docs, and you can. It's like a miniature site. You know what I'm saying? And you can share your web docs. You can share the link of your web docs. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Mm, let me go to Google real quick. Let me see. Google.com. Okay. So you know how Google got them 6 dots? And then you got your account, your Drive, Gmail, YouTube, Gemini, Maps, Search, Calendar, News, Photos, Meet, Translate, Sheets, Docs. Sheet. Okay, sheet is for your files. That's pretty cool. Slides. See how you see how Google got that? Okay. What we'll be able to do is we'll be able to introduce an account to Yahoo. Also have a Drive, have the email. We can do a Rumble channel through Yahoo. Yeah. Satellite maps, calendar, news, photos, all of that's pretty much the same. And I like that. I like the docs. I love the docs. I love the docs. Okay, I love Google's docs. It's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Store, that's pretty cool. Songs. But instead of, and we can introduce web docs. And web docs are pages that are connected to your profile, to your account. So you can actually, you know, a lot of people in the beginning stages of creation, and they don't necessarily, I ain't gonna say that they can't afford, because they can, but what if you was able to, upon the creation of using Claude for your site that you're creating, and you have your account hooked up to it, it can run a live coding depiction, a realistic site through web docs, like a miniature site. And you know what? It doesn't even have to. When I say miniature site, people think it's like a small site. I'm thinking something more like a. I'm thinking about something more like, imagine a website the size of a business card, Imagine that when you see a website, you take a site, right? When you see a website, you see a sheet of paper in front of your face on the computer. But what if WebDocs was a small site, right? Of the same thing, of the big site, but a small site. But when you click it, it just expanded, just like you do with a video. You just expand it. It just boom, you click it and it holds, full frame. Like a mini site. Like a mini site. And then through this account is where I want to introduce Yaya. That's the goal of Yaya, is to introduce it through the account of Yahoo. It already has its established base. So that'll automatically just flood new users in, get it to about 2.5 billion users. And also expanding the scope of Anthropic, right? Because the AI assistant is there, you know, but now it's becoming this planetary AI, right? Taking this forward momentum and channeling it through a venture that has bigger grounds than it actually represents, right? I haven't lifted weights in about 6-7 months, and my frame, you know what I'm saying, ain't as muscular as it was 12 months ago, 8 months ago. But yet, I can still go into that bar, you know what I mean, and hit that 285. I may not be able to get 300, but at least I'll get 275, 285. I don't know, been a minute. But I'll get there. I'll get back in 3 months. So, and I feel like Yahoo is something that is really at its perfect position. It's not as big as it used to be. And to be honest with you, it's not even in the game. You know, as far as relevancy, it's really not that much in the game. You know, it hasn't grown beyond its recognition point of why it came here to this world. And that's a transformation that we can expand it and bring it up to par. You know, if you look at its email servicing, Yahoo, I think it holds more storage for free than Google. But at the same time, right? Hold on. Let me find that out for sure. Does Yahoo account hold more storage than Google? Let me see. Yeah, it does. It's 5 gigabytes, but they have to. You know, um, because they're not involved in everything like Google is, But like I said, through here, when you look right there, right, you see Google, you see them 6 dots, and you click that, and then you look at that right there. You feel what I'm saying? This is where Yaya will be, and then boom, they go to the web docs. We'll have web docs. So web docs can be active or inactive. You can have them inactive to where they're not visible to the public, or you can have them active. Utilizing tokens. You can utilize tokens, Claude tokens, to complete the task. You have your one web doc, right? That'll only work once a day, right? Just for you getting a feel of what you're creating. So you utilize Claude, you're building this website, boom, you transfer it to your free one web doc, and it upholds for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? And now you got a feel, get a feel for it, this, that, and the third, or maybe it upholds for 7 days, right? And you get a feel for it, you get a response back from it, from the people. If you need to expand it, the time frame, maybe you want to do a 30-day run, get your Claude tokens, you know what I'm saying? To make that happen, you purchase it, at whatever price, and it upholds for whatever time you're willing to pay for. Yep, but there is a there is a deep hole in Yahoo. You know what I'm saying? And it's just to be honest, there's no reason why Yahoo shouldn't be at least 350 billion. So looking at how it is, it's actually the perfect entity to grab hold of, because it's missing a lot of pieces that's needed to get it into the $1 trillion lane. And in all actuality, all the pieces that is missing, Anthropic actually holds. And I mean, there ain't even a presence on AI. You know what I'm saying, on Yahoo. There ain't even. Hold on for a second. There's not even. Look at this, man. There's not even a presence on. Look at this. It still say search the web. There's not even a presence of AI on Yahoo. So this is definitely something that'll be easy to acquire and would be a trillion X turnaround. You know what I'm saying? In the next 2-3 years. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'm finna hit an article about it.